Hi everybody, Neil Mitchell, PlanetHoax.com, where truth and lies and conspiracies collide. And there ain't no bigger collision than what we're seeing right now as of January 5th, 2016. Alright, now y'all been hearing all this going on about gun grabbing, and you're hearing all this crap going on with Obama and his bull with his executive orders, which are so outlandishly unconstitutional, it's laughable. And to prove it's laughable, here's a little something right here that should prove that point. Now right here, Breitbart in Texas, you see what it says right here. Texas Governor to Obama on executive gun control. Come and take it. I cannot concur even more. It's unbelievable what this man in the White House thinks he can accomplish and thinks he can do just because he's smug enough and bold enough to think he can get away with everything. Every state is sovereign upon itself, and anything a state does supersedes any constitutional law. And everybody should know this if they've studied anything about the Constitution. But anyway, we're being fed this bull from Washington and the cronies up there, all these liberals and all these weirdos that want to try to dictate to everybody. And they're a minority, and they're trying to dictate to the majority what to do. It says right here, Texas Governor Greg Abbott responds on Twitter to Obama, says he will be imposing more gun control. Come and take it. That's what he said. Texas Governor, who himself graced the front of the Texas Monthly magazine cover armed with a shotgun, as you see right there, tweeted, quote, Obama wants to impose more gun control, period. My response, hashtag come and take it at NRA. Now, that's just exactly what should be said by the Texas governor. If anybody is in violation of congressional law, that is Obama. Now, why he has not been ran through the ringer through an impeachment process for the last 8 years or so, or 7 years, is just beyond me. Anyway, it says right here, his tweet in which included "Come and Take It" flag has gone viral. This flag has been viral for a long time. It's considered to be a terrorist flag in the eyes of the White House. The flag, also known as the Gonzales flag, is an iconic symbol of Texas independence. And so is this flag right here. This is flown over the Alamo. We don't take too kind to gun control, Mr. Obama. We don't do it. Anyway, moving on forward through this, the governor attached to the tweet, Obama plans to curb gun control. The article stated that the president will meet Monday with U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch and will thereafter announce his executive action on gun control. Obama made this statement during his weekly radio address, releasing a day earlier that, as usual, the Post reported. Now, the Washington Post is a very why would you want to trust anything coming out of the Washington Post? It's so biased and lopsided at times it almost makes you want to puke to read some of it if you're constitutionally minded like I am. Anyway, you can go to Breitbart and you can look at the rest of this article. I'm not going to get into the details of all of it, but like we say, come and take it, right? Anyway, let's move forward to this. During this ideology, he's wanting to do tighten gun restrictions throughout executive order. Now, I'm sorry, but to do this executive order would have to involve something like a war situation going on with another country, and then it still has to go through the process of government to even ratify it as a damn order. So it's still, this man, what's he thinking? What's he really thinking? Obama issued several executive orders, right here, changing the way gun sales are monitored and carried out, redefining a gun dealer to include many people who sell even a single gun annually. Okay. Under this Obama edict, and if you realize they use the word edict, kind of sounds like something that the old popes out of the Vatican used to do, to thumb people down to take their money from them and keep people in and out of purgatory. I mean, it's such a biased, we need a reformation in Washington, don't you think? Anyway, many person-to-person sales of firearms would now be scooped up by the federal government's gun database. I have a right to keep and bear arms. The government ain't got no business in the middle of this. Quote, the goal is to keep bad actors away from firearms. The Attorney General, Loretta Lynch, I'm going to throw up. Every time I read that word, Loretta Lynch, I want to puke. Anyway, think about it like this. All right, bad people are going to do bad things, and they're going to go about it in a bad way. Whether people like us who are wanting to be a law-abiding have anything to do with it or not, they're going to go out and get these weapons and everything anyway. I mean, it's just crazy. It's like trying to prevent somebody from eating. They're going to end up using their hands, if anything, right? So it just amazes me. It just amazes me, this man, his tenacity. Anyway, right here, Second Amendment advocates who spoke Monday with WND said they believe that the new rules are more about than safety, since not a single mass shooting in recent years would have been stopped by the rules. They said the goal was to create a national gun registry that tracks the movement of nearly every gun in America. Now, we'll get down to this ideology here of what they meant by it. We're talking about chipping with microchips, firearms, running people through the federal bureau process of licensing. We're talking about, biotechnology to even be able to fire the weapon. It would have to know it's you. I mean, we're talking about some asinine, stupid things. Like I said, I can't see how this is possible unless you have total 110% tyranny on the people. This is such a brazen, bold. Obama is a megalomaniac. He's a megalomaniac. I'm telling you right now. I'm having a real hard time today keeping my composure with some of this stuff without screaming. I'm just so mad. And most of you here watching this and here in America are just as mad, if not more, than I am about it. Anyway, let's move on to this a little more. Federal law currently does not require anyone who sells an occasional gun, just as a hobbyist or a collector, to get a federal license. But hundreds of new federal agents will be hired to conduct checks and put sellers on quote-unquote notice that whether they are engaged in an actual business or not depends on several factors, according to the report. And you can go into details of this, but it's just crazy. Okay, here's what Lynch, I'll throw up again, wants to say here. Quote, these rules will provide cleared notice to those individuals who try to hide behind the hobby exception, when they are selling for a profit or for a business, unquote. I'm sorry, if I have personal property, if I want to sell it, what business is it of the government anyway that I'm selling it? I mean, come on. I mean, it's just one thing after another. And here's another one too. And I'm going to have, this is out of Politico. I'm going to have my clinical psychologist friend, Dr. No, come in Friday, and we're going to talk about this. And I want y'all to be around to listen to it. He'll tell you up front, the mental aspect of this situation, what he would be probably required to do under it. And anyway, the mental health community will also be required to report many more patients to the FBI for addition to the database of people forbidden from purchasing a firearm. Like I said, this is in Politico. Now, what's that tell you? I mean, you want to throw your hands up and discuss, or are we going to throw our hands up like this and, oh, don't shoot, or are we going to throw our hands up, grabbing at the next rifle that's going to be thrown to you in the ditch when all this stuff finally goes to heck in a handbasket? I mean, what's it going to take for these commies, that are running the show to get the heck out of our business? What's it going to take? And let's move a little farther on through this here. You know, take a look at this. Here's something here. Let's look at this. All right. Now, this right here is again is out of the WND. You know, if you don't know what WND it is, it's World News Daily. Okay. NRA, NRC slam Obama's gun grab. Well, of course they are. But why wait till now to do it? Why wait until now to do it, America? Come on, NRA. Come on. NRC. Come on. I mean, what the heck does it take for y'all people to jump up and freaking save us from this megalomaniac? I mean, we're gonna allow this to continue to this point to where there's people like me on the tube here complaining about it. I mean, come on. People have been complaining about it for years. You had Bill Cooper. You've got Alex Jones. You've got, you know, all these people out there complaining about it. And, oh, everybody sometimes listens when it needs to be listened to, but mostly they just go. And it's, you know, if you're being lobbied and you're making money, you don't try to do much. You want to keep it working, all right? Okay. Here's my thing. Okay, NRA, NRC. Here's what I say, dude. Put up or shut up. Okay? You know, put up or shut up. Guns rights matter, okay? Gun rights matter. You got your Black Lives Matter. Well, guess what? Ain't nobody's life going to matter if you don't have gun rights matter, okay? It's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. Okay, it's just all there is to it. Let's move on through this. Alrighty. Now, right here. Alright, President Obama's Tuesday afternoon, let's start right here. Tuesday afternoon executive pronouncements on gun control may have resulted in cheers, applause, and standing ovations from his inner sanctum and press conference attendees, but outside the armed guard gates of the White House grounds, yeah, he'll definitely. This kind of talk, he needs to be guarded, huh? Plenty of detractors have prepped to fight. None, perhaps, so well funded and organized as the heavily backed leadership of the National Rifle Association. Well, okay, you say that, but I mean, other than them blowing a bunch of smoke up everybody's, you know what, most of the time, I haven't seen real change go on, because we're still having to go through this process of continued BS with this megalomaniac president trying his best to completely disarm the American people so he can let his little Muslim caliphate take over the country. And all the while scrape in all the money he can. I mean, that's exactly what I see is happening right now. I mean, right now you got this standoff in Oregon going on, in in a refuge housing area or office, and you got what? You've got whoever is there right now, but keeping it safe. I mean, why are they going to that much trouble? Oh yeah, I forgot. It's the BLM. And back to this Black Lives Matter. No, it's not. That's the Bureau of Land Management, for you idiots out there who don't know the difference. BLM is not Black Lives Matter. It is the Bureau of Land Management. Now, they are a strong-armed coalition now, armed to the teeth, and they don't manage wildlife anymore as much as you would think. Now, most of what they do is cordon everything off and not let you tread or step on it. And if you get anywhere near it, they hammer down on you in court and take your property away and suck it up into a refuge. They've done it for years. They haven't stopped doing it. They're never going to stop doing it until we can stop them. And it's up to the people. I can see why the Hammonds and the Bundys are having this problem, in these areas, because it's their livelihood. And we're talking about, generation after generation of livelihood for these people. Okay, let's move on through this. All right. Oh, I forgot to read it. Anyway. President Obama failed to pass his anti-gun agenda through Congress because the majority of Americans oppose more gun control. NRA spokeswoman Jennifer Baker said on the Fox News in a statement. Fox News, they ride the fence, people. Watch what they say real close. Now he's doing what he always does when he doesn't get his way, which is defy the will of the American people and issue an executive order. I'm sorry, but an executive order cannot supersede the Constitution. It's the law of the land. It can't be willy-nilly ripped and tore and, shredded and changed to fit a president's personal preference of how far he wants to stick a stick up someone's butt, okay? I'm sorry, it ain't working that way. Let's move through this. All right. In a series of tweets, the NRA has made it clear the group's not ceding the Second Amendment ground to presidential dictates so easily. Okay. Quote, no other organization in the world has done more to promote firearms safety than the NRA, American Second Amendment, and Obama presser, the organization tweeted in the middle of Obama's White House speech. You got to ask yourself, at this point, the NRA, well, what are they really there in lobbying for in Washington when really nothing has gotten any better? They always have this fight. Sometimes I think, that there's a shadow situation going on where you've got some people involved in gun grab who own guns, the gun manufacturing companies, ammunition companies, and have special interest in these companies to be making money off of the complete crazy grab people do every time they say, we're going to take your gun. Everybody runs to the store and buys stuff. I mean, it's like they keep doing this. It's chaos, distraction thing going on all the time. And to trust the NRA, I don't know. Are they there for good? Well, they used to be. But come on. If they are, why don't they put up then shut up? Because things ain't going the way it needs to be going if Obama's so brass and bold to still go on television and talk all this crap. All right, here you go. All right, right here. Among the biggest battles looming, Congress has already shut the doors on the past presidential attempts to mandate background checks on personal firearms, transfers, and sales. But Obama, in his speech, basically announced that he was rewriting law all by himself so his Justice Department could regulate and prosecute that particular category of gun buyers and sellers. No. All right, back to the NRA. Quote, President Obama's rhetoric does not match his record, the group tweeted. Gun crime persecutions are way down. In a desperate related tweet, NRA wrote, why did crime prosecutions drop 15% in 5 years under President Obama? Okay. Anyway, this is in the World News Daily. Y'all go to it, look at it. All right. Here's the link right here. There it is right there. Just go to that and you finish this. I'm going long on the tooth on this, and it's just crazy. Let's look at some of these comments from these people. I've only had just a few. See, Trump will reverse this once elected. Well, why should he even have to go to that much trouble to do something that is unconstitutional in the first place? I mean, why would it not be any other way? See, Hillary's endorsing the president's move today just won her the election. People are speaking loudly. You see, these people are really brainwashed into thinking this. Really brainwashed. It's really amazing to me. Here's one here. If Congress doesn't follow through with threat to defund ATF, Department of Justice, and any other alphabet agency that supports this illegal action, their political careers are over. That's a decent statement to say, but come on. Really? Nobody's political career is over. They're making too much money. You, the sheeple of the United States of America, have done this to yourselves. The way you've allowed it to happen. Now let's clean this mess up and do something about it before it really gets out of hand and we have an incident in Chicago somewhere, or in New York City, or maybe Miami, or Los Angeles, or Dallas, or Oklahoma City again, or whatever, and it's got people's heads all lopped off, laying all around, and there's black flags flying around with squiggly lines all over it. What's it going to take, America? Wake the hell up. Okay? Wake up. Let's take care of our business. I'm so glad that Governor Abbott has the right idea. Okay, come and take it. Come and take it. So, it goes on and on and on and on. Here's a guy here. He says flat straight up, Obama is definitely playing with fire and he will get burned. I don't know. He's had how many years walking around on coals? I mean, he's a snake charmer too, so what do you expect, But, oh man. Here's exactly what I'm saying right now. That's pretty much, our spinalists will sit on their hands and do nothing. They will be in for a shock when their election comes and no lazy encumbrants are sent home. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. You wonder where that bark is. We got a puppy dog for Christmas or New Year's, and we're having fun with him. It's a cute little dog. Anyway, let's move through this, okay? Here's a fella right here. I didn't write this. He can kiss my grits. Unlawful, illegal attempt to take our guns. Don't fall for the common sense mantra. Their goal is to disarm law-abiding citizens. Mass civil disobedience should ensue. Really? And his thought is, don't comply. Well, you comply where it's legal to do so. You don't comply where it's illegal to do so. So if it's unconstitutional, don't comply. If it's constitutional and you are bound by the Constitution, and you are an oath keeper type who stands behind the Constitution, comply to it. But hey, if you're unconstitutional about it, there's going to be a no comply contest going on. All right. So anyway, this woman here, she's got the idea. I'm not going into all of it, but right here, restore the 10 Commandments, teach the Bible, and fear God, and the fear of God Almighty in the schools. Couldn't say it better. Couldn't say it better. I've had the privilege of interviewing Kent Hovind and watching one of his seminars. If you do not know who he is, he's a creation scientist, evangelist, and they've railroaded him for dumb, stupid reasons into jail for 9 years, and he's now out. And I would suggest go to his site and take a look at it. It's worth the effort to look and learn a little bit about the reality of other things other than this situation right here that I'm talking about in this video. But anyway, back to what I was saying before, folks. All right. Come and take it, Mr. President. Come and take it. Texas is waiting for you. Come and take it. And with that, I will say adieu until Friday on my live webcast. Y'all, hope y'all see y'all there.
Thanks for watching PlanetHoax.com. Subscribe, like, and comment on YouTube and Facebook. And remember, there is a war going on to enslave you.